Ice and Dread of the Contender tier. Are we ready to go to player stats now? All right. Oh, all right. So the team stats, as you can see, Ice is 15 and 9. We have Dread at 12 and 12, and we are live. And I feel like we got another caster that just popped in.
I have no idea what you're talking about, my man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw you were alone on the mic, and I just couldn't let you do it by yourself tonight. I'm booting up my stuff here, and I'll get into the lobby, and I'll join you on the desk tonight for a fair bit.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We was just running through the team stats just now. I was saying Ice is 15 and 9 coming into this matchup. We have Dread that's 12 and 12. Now, some of the things I want to point out that's very interesting to me. As you see, the records may show some disparity, but there's no disparity when it comes to goals for. You have Ice that has scored 58 goals. You have Dread that has scored 63 this season. Where the fun starts with these stats is the goals against. You have Ice that has only allowed 38 goals against this season, where Dredd, on the other hand, has allowed 64. So that's one more goal than they've actually scored. So this team is about offense on both sides of the court, whether they are in possession of the ball or not in possession of the ball. They believe in putting the ball in the net because they have scored 63 goals, but they've also allowed 64 goals. And you see right here when going to saves, Ice has 77 saves. Dread, who has 106 saves. That is a lot of shots being put up, a lot of offense being put up when it comes to Dread. And saves against, we see, even though they have more shots, Ice has 71 saves against, with Dread with 64. But where Dread comes ahead at in these team stats is the shooting percentage. They are shooting the ball fairly better than Dread is. So if you tuning in tonight, you expect a lot of offense. I'm expecting a shootout, a game coming from these teams. Now let's take a look at the player stats.
Yeah, buddy, you gonna let me jump in here with you for a little bit on the mic?
Jump! I thought you were still booting up, Baz. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
we're good, my man. No, I was gonna say, especially when you're talking about a team that's allowing such transitional offense. Normally with a standardized tier, like you're talking mid tier, like Chally through elite, it means that the team's not really controlling the midfield and they're allowing too many shots to be placed on net. But realistically, in contender, it's tough, right? Because the rotations aren't exactly super set. Players are really getting moved into like that upper D3, C1 echelon. And you're going to see a lot of players really just starting to initiate boomer ball. They're not really taking control. So, yes, there's going to be a lot of snapbacks, a lot of quick shoves down the pitch, and a lot of counterattacks that are going to cause some high saves, high goal standards. And it's going to be kind of an interesting thing here.
Yeah. We'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. Like I said, I'm expecting a shootout of a game. I don't know how this game is going to go. I'm expecting a shootout though. You ready to move to player stats?
I'm going to be honest with you. I know we've been struggling on the back end all week trying to figure out why the stats are not pulling through. And to be fair, for a lot of people watching this, they're not. It's going to be kind of hard to follow, especially as we talk about it and not really having up to date live proper stats. I think really the best way we can keep these people entertained and keep things plugging along is kind of just to jump on into the action if our producer's okay with that. Cool. We have the go ahead. We're just going to go ahead and roll right into the action. BB, if you want to go ahead and take us away as we get our kickoff here.
All right, yeah, we have Eagle, and it appears to be rather be fishing at the pitch. They're going to start this game. Oh, Shagaholic, I'm so sorry. And Meat, what is the name? I'm not even seeing the name on here. So yeah, we started off. We are seeing some boomer ball early on though. We're seeing we're seeing Ice push the ball down the field, trying to control the midfield a little bit as you talked about, and we're seeing very early boomer ball early on. I know we didn't talk about the stats, but I just want to run through the stats just for a little bit. As we see a shot get put on goal, and I don't know how many shots that's already. Okay, we have a first shot put on goal with 30 seconds already into the game. Ice has 180 shots compared to 130 by Dread. So we're also going to see a shot disparity. We're going to see a lot of shots in this game, and we have nobody really wanting to go for the ball right there. Eagle puts up a shot that is easily saved by Dread. What are you seeing in this game so far?
I'm seeing a lot of contender play. I'm seeing a lot of players who have uh, really solidified their ability to make contact with the ball, generate a lot of power, but not exactly great rotations. You're seeing a lot of quick snap calls, a lot of quick movements. Uh, Players like right there, Eagle probably could have left it for T-Dog, who is in a perfect position to redirect that and put it on net. But with that touch, we've already seen 4 shots being placed. It's been a minute 20. And realistically, they're keeping the offensive tempo pretty lively on both sides. They're really exchanging some punches back and forth, but good defense on the back line has kept this game 0-0.
Yeah.
As,
Oh, and we
as we say that.
continue. Yeah, as you say that, we have our first goal by Eagle, and I wanted to actually talk about Eagle. That was we talked about how it was we may have seen some boomer ball and see some people not actually take control of the ball that well, but I did see even though he should have left it for his teammate, even the possession before that, he did have a great ball control. So if they can potentially almost kind of run their offense through him, the person that seems to be a little bit more composed and a little bit more comfortable with ball handling and dribbling, that could do wonders for him in this game as we see them continue putting the pressure up. And this is what we talked about. Like Dread allows a bunch of shots, and what we are seeing right now is a bunch of shots. I don't. Rocket League does not keep track of time of possession, but their time of possession has to be, if not last, almost close to last in this league because they allow a lot of offense to happen on their side of the field. Let's see if we can uh, get the ball on their side of the field. And right now, it just looks like is keeping the ball on their side of the field very well and just keeping the pressure up on Dread.
Well, and for a team to allow that many shots to be placed on net, you really have to wonder, is it a strong confidence in their defense, or is it just a lack of ability to maintain the defensive rotation and keep the midfield in control? And at this tier, it's kind of hard to guarantee it's going to be either way. It could be a little bit of both. But, as we watch this here, it's been kind of rough. Dread can't seem to get off their half. As I say that, a little bit of a lift gets it past the first line of defense. So we move now. Oh, could have been an opportunity for Eagle here. Shrakaholic in the waiting on the wing. Pops it up. Fission centers it here. T-Dog tries to slot it. Oh, almost gets the second touch. But the post, the crossbar, whatever you want to call it here, clears it away. And with 1:40 to go, Mr. BB, we are going to see an open net freebie for Mini Technic. Oh, my.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Great opportunity to go right there. I don't know if the whip, if that guy, good fake. That's what you call it. You call it a real good fake. You do not call it a whip. That was a real good fake on who got demoed and allowed that open net goal. And I think what we're also seeing is between this game already, and I'm not seeing Dread play as well as a team as Ice. You see, Ice is kind of getting some passes to their teammates, but Dread is just kind of trying to play hero ball. Everybody is trying to play hero ball, not get the teammates involved, not getting really a lot of solid touches. And that's oh, can they get another? Oh no, that's easily saved by Eagle, and he's pushing the ball down the field. T-Dog. And we're seeing some more of that boomer ball. Mulligan soup, another open net. Oh, that is 2 open net goals. That is something that you do not want to see coming from this Ice team at all, Bass.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean,
Yo,
especially when
I'm
they played.
so sorry. My
We are,
game.
my guy. We are currently live here. 1 second. We. Ooh, another goal goes in for Mini Technics. Beautiful shot placed just ever so effortlessly on the top, coming off that sidewall here. That bounce is very favorable there, BB. That could have been a lot worse off, but that bounce elevated it just past Eagle and opened it up now 3-1. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's very incredible, especially when you think about just the amount of shots that Ice has been able to get up compared to Dread. They just been taking advantage of the opportunities that Ice has allowed, which is just not being in position, missing balls, as we see right there. So that's something the stat sheet isn't going to show. The stat sheet will show the shots, the stat sheet will show the saves, but it won't show things like Ice just simply being out of position, which has really been their downfall in this game. They've done kind of everything right as we come into 30 seconds left, and them trying to at least get some type of offense. So maybe you can mount a very late comeback. But yeah, that's just really just been the case for this game. Is just Ice is giving Dread opportunities that they've been able to take care of, Bass. And can they get this shot on?
Ooh,
And they cannot
oh,
get it to fall. They can.
oh man. That could this a goal here might not give them the win, but at least it could be a morale booster going into match 2. But with 1 second left to be played, the ball drifting kind of lifelessly down, Shragaholic's not going to be able to generate enough force to get this down the pitch. And with that, Dread are going to open up the series, winning game 1, 3-1. And I'm not going to lie to you here, that was rough. I mean, the amount of open nets that were just freebies going in favor of Dread is going to be brutal.
Yeah, you would have to think that you have to get some of those faults. They had what is that? 10 shots to four, and you only got one of those to fall. Yeah, that is no pun intended, a little bit dreadful. But yeah, you would have to think that Dread does have to tighten up on their defense because I don't expect Ice to keep allowing just opportunities like this to just keep happening where they just getting scored on really for petty goals that are very much avoidable. Bass.
For sure. Well, as we get ready into game 2, I'm going to go ahead and message our caster here, Mr. Thog, the lobby info so we can get him going. Thog, do you see in Solar Match Day here the log info for name and password?
You.
Cool, cool.
I got you.
Uh, once you pop in, I will go ahead and back out. You can take over for me here.
Okay. That's cool.
I see
Every
baby comedian.
In just a second here.
Should be at least 2 open slots for sure.
And we're now at the pitch. We have I'm not even going to guess to see who's at the pitch until it happens. We have Eagle and Chinks going for the pitch. It lands on the ice side of the field. Now we have T-Dog trying to get some offense started for his team. And lost control of the ball. That looked like it could have been trouble, but it turns into another goal for Dread. Is just simply Dread is just taking advantage of every opportunity that Ice is giving them, which are a lot of opportunities. Ice is taking more shots, but Dread is taking advantage of more opportunities, scoring more goals at this point. And we have Eagle on the pitch. Okay, sure. Is Dog ready to join?
Hold on real quick, Dog. I'll give you a go ahead once we get another goal scored. That way it doesn't potentially interrupt with the gameplay here. Shragaholic gets this centered up. Mulligan able to get the clear here a little bit. Has control, but Eagles able to stop, turn, and pop this up. They've got the elevation. No, they can't put it on net. So we're going to keep staying here at a 0-1. Oh, T-Dog plays, tries to stuff it through. But the wall, Dread, just keeping it out, keeping this game alive, dealing with just mountains of pressure, and they're not giving up even an inch, wanting to keep this 1-goal lead alive. 1 minute's already been played, BB, and with a quick counterattack opportunity, Fission might be able to get this centered high. Ooh, we have a shot on. Oh, it's in. Thought you could join. Oh, it's in. Oh my goodness.
Dog, did you see that goal, Dog?
I saw it drop in there, and let me tell you, man, it looked amazing. Great way to go ahead and start my run on this. And looking at the start here, it's 2-0, running from the orange side here. Dread, I'm liking what I'm seeing already. So tell me a little bit about what you've been seeing so far since I've been gone.
Well, what's been happening is Ice has been putting up a ton of shots, which is something that we talked about during the pregame was the amount of shots that Dread actually allows. But the thing is, Dread scores just as much as they allow. They had 63 goals going into it, but they allowed 64 goals. And so you're seeing Ice being able to put up a lot of shots because that's what Dread is going to allow you to do. But they have been absolutely controlling the net, while Ice has been giving up a lot of opportunity to Dread. Every goal in that Dread scored in the very first game, and Ice finally gets on the board, taking advantage of their own little opportunity. But every goal that Dread scored in the very first game was simply because of a missed opportunity by Ice. So that's really what you've been seeing. A lot of shots versus a lot of shots that should have fallen for Ice that haven't fallen versus a lot of opportunistic goals by Dread that have been falling. So that's really been the difference in this game as we approach 3 minutes and we see Dread taking control of the ball again, actually pushing back on Ice, and Ice booms it to the other side. Is that in? No. Rather be fishing. Uh, Saves that one. And yeah, so that's really been happening. As you just saw right now, a lot of shots, but Dread is controlling the most important aspect of the field, which is not actually allowing the ball to go in the net. They would allow you to shoot it, but you
Ooh.
cannot score on them.
Oh my goodness! And oh, comes it right out of the goal there. Mini Technics, right? Trying to break it out a little bit there, getting a little bit dangerous here on the Dread side of things, but they're able to break out and break into this blue side, and I appreciate that breakdown because it really does help formulate things. But as I say this, Ice potential double tap from Eagle, and he does land it.
Oh,
Either that, I'm not too sure if that was off of the opponent's hood there, but definitely trying to equalize it here, and it's beautiful the way we see it.
yeah, with going into the second half of this game with a 2-2 score, this is anybody's game right now that we are seeing. And I kind of thought this would happen, that we would see shootouts in this game, and we are starting to see some. We're seeing shotouts because there's a lot of shots being put up, but we're also seeing a lot of goals being scored as well as Eagle takes control of this ball, trying to push it to the Ice side of the field, and is met is 50. And now we have Dre. It's a lot of back and forth. This is a contender tier, as Bass pointed out.
Ooh!
And nice goal by Eagle. Nice goal by Eagle. Off the very beautiful play, hitting the top of the ceiling pass by Shagoff. Very nice team play by Ice. That's also another thing you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of team play by Ice as opposed to kind of trying to set up their own goal scoring opportunities on Dread. So as we approach a minute and 44 seconds, and another save, you can get the ball on their side of the field very easily. They do not. They It's very tough to score on them. Actually, it's not very tough to score on them, but they're doing a very good job of saving some of these shot opportunities. Because I mean, the very first game, Ice had 10 shots. They had 10 shots the very first game, only one goal. And as we see right now, Ice has Dread in the corner. And what do you think Dread needs to do to tie this game up?
Well, one thing I'm seeing, and I'm seeing it again right here from Stragaholic, is these small touch plays here, these soft touches. And look at that little mini bump there by T-Dog as well, really laying up his teammate there to drop it in there. The thing I'm seeing, though, from Ice that they're doing really well is they're getting these nice small touches here, not getting it too far out in front. And Dread just seemed to be kind of losing it out in front there. And again, another beat there. Tragaholic's going to try to do something with this, maybe passing out to the midfield there. Eagle trying to make a shot happen, but can't get past Rather. Now Rather's trying to get it down the midfield, and honestly, the control coming out of here of Ice is just really not allowing them to break past that second line of mini pads there. Really just blocking them out every single time they get close to that corner. This might be a chance here. Mulligan might have a breakout opportunity, trying to get it past to the right wall. Not able to connect though, and Tragaholic again causing some disruption. I'm thinking Dread might even need to be trying to get a little bit physical. I'm starting to see the physical plays come out of Ice a little bit as well, trying to get in their face. Even if they're not demoing them, they're threatening the demo and getting aggressive in their face here. And with 17 seconds, you got to start making something happen here. And again, this is getting a little deadly here. A team bump as well. Tragaholic has to come in to try to keep it back on the orange side. A touch from Mulligan to kind of throw him off there, and Chunks trying out to the midfield. Rather can't commit there, and the ball will drop here. Oh, Eagle potential, another goal there. The ball is still up here. 3 blue players up. Mulligan drops it, and that's going to be another game for Ice here.
Yeah, no, the that's the first game for Ice. The very first game went to Dread 3-1. This is 4-2 Ice. And I think you made a great point. You said the physicality that that Ice began to show in that game that Dread needs to pick up on. I think that would also stop. Look, another game where Ice had over 10 shots. 10 shots the very first game, now you have 11 shots compared to 5. You know, that's a disparity right there that you want to get control of. But like you said, physicality and being more physical would help Dred slow down this Ice team and not allow so many shots on goal. Because yeah, they did have some saves. Yeah, that's good that you can control the net, but you also don't want to allow that much pressure to be put on your team constantly, not for the duration of a game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said. Yeah, and as we get here into the next game, I think honestly, Dread, they have the physicality, but they are going to be bringing in, it looks like, a new player as well as Ice. It looks like maybe doing a switch as well here. Um, yeah, double sub there. It's going to be an interesting play out here. Uh, Definitely curious how this will change the momentum, and kind of curious to see which duos are going to really take over here.
And as you said, both teams are making a switch, but looking at the stats, both teams do play with their full roster, try to get, a lot of every player some runs. So that's good. And both players that they're bringing in, I think, are shooting like themselves, like maybe 45%. For the opportunities that they are getting, the games that they are playing, they are getting, actually making use of it and not just being on the field, just, being dead weight. So they're actually contributing. So we won't really see any, we'll see some difference, but I think we'll still see the same amount of shots being put up by both teams and a lot of pressure on the ball as Eagle goes up and we are starting game 3. Eagles going up. I think it's important to note that Ice is number 3 in this tier, while and is sitting very comfortable, not comfortably, but of course you want to get that first spot, but are sitting very well in playoff position while Dread is just out of playoff position. So these games right here are meaning a lot for both teams really, because you do want that
Mm,
number 1 spot, so you get that bye week. As we saw a shot be put on by Dread, and I mean by Ice, and then we have Dread pushing it away, and Ice is just and Bass talked about this before he left, is just controlling the midfield. Ice is doing a real good job of controlling the midfield while Dread is kind of giving up that possession and really playing defense where it's like we're playing defense to not get scored on rather than to actually score and actually win the game.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And I feel like there's a lot going on here in terms of just sitting on this like orange inner circle here. But as I say that, Dynasto making a breakout in Mulligan, potential shot, shoots it a little bit wide there, and now Ferris might have a potential breakout. And as we're getting into game 3 here, and I am interested to see with Dread and the games on the line here and them taking that first game, where they are able to bounce back after a loss like that, just suffering. And Ferris, maybe a potential shot pass to Eagle. Not able to commit though, but there are, again, physicality.
Mm.
As I say it, the Ice just breaking up the defense here, like playing pool on the tape, just knocking them all over and letting T-Dog just drop it in there. That's crazy.
Yeah, and in the beginning of the game, we talked about the shot disparity where Ice had 180 something. I didn't do the math, and I think Drake had maybe a little over 120. And as you see right now, we are 2 minutes of gameplay, and Drake has no shots on goal, no shots on goal compared to the Ice has 3, and it's just, and let's see if they can get a shot right here. And I don't know if the card gave out or what, but it looked like he was going for aerials and he thought against it. And we have that didn't register as a shot, but that it looked like a shot opportunity to me. And and you're kind of seeing Drake push the ball on Ice's side of the field, but not really get anything going. Like there's no follow-up touches. It's just I don't know what's the offensive game plan right here. As we as that was a pass to nobody, and Ferris Kruller tries to take over, but the 50 is lost by Ice, who then is corralled by Eagle. Let's see if he can push it over here to T-Dog, who can get another shot. Cannot, and another shot on goal, but a beautiful save by Dynasty to challenge that. And let's see, and we're still seeing just constant pressure by Ice. Just constant pressure by Ice is what we're seeing in this game.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, what I'm seeing a lot of here as well from Ice. This ability to just bring in another player, it's got to be you know, being 1-0 right now in this game, a
Mm,
2-0 as I say it, I caster curse.
mm.
Eagle drops another in there. And the pass from the corner, T-Dog with the perfect bounce out. Mulligan's not able to get up, and the whole defense is just sitting there watching it go in. And unfortunate for Dread, if you're a Dread fan right now, because that is putting them 0-2 in this series here against Ice, and in this matchup here, and a potential another shot from Ferris, but another physicality and a lot. What's happening with this team is it feels like, they're bringing in this other player, and I feel like bringing in Ferris was almost like, that Uno reverse card, right? Because they brought it, they had that game, they were gonna sub out the other player. And Ice went in and they said, hey, you're going to sub out. We're going to sub out too. But Dynasty with the shot
Oh,
pass to Mulligan. Beautiful play to bring it back. Cut that lead in half. What do you think about that?
that was a beautiful play. Maybe a little bit of unnecessary pass right there. I thought that was going to allow Ice to Ice to save that, but yeah, very good play to end up putting that in. And yeah, as we it's 2-1 as we enter into the final minute almost of this game, and let's see if Dredd can make that happen again. They're starting off real good. Have the ball on Ice's side of the field. Let's see if they can get some good touches. That was kind of a weaker touch, and T Dog will take control of this one. And let's see if Ice can get it out the corner. They cannot. We are seeing no. If usually it was Ice that was putting a lot of pressure in the corner, but now we had Dread putting a lot of pressure in the corner on Ice. Wasn't able to really uh, wasn't able to capitalize on it, but you are seeing a little bit more aggression out of Dread as we enter into these last 45 seconds. Dynasty going up for that one.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
this
And
is promising. This is
oh,
promising. Oh,
whew.
that was very promising. Very promising.
Eh,
Couldn't.
you can definitely see panic coming out from both sides, as both teams know that it's coming down to the wire here. Such a close game. Only one goal to separate the lead here. You've got to keep the foot on the pedal of your Ice, and if you're Dread, you got to hope for some sort of miracle right now to get yourself a goal. You got 10 seconds left, a potential pass out here. This could be it. Mulligan has a potential shot, puts it a little wide there. You're gonna have to trim it off the corner. That's dropping, and it's gonna be Ice again, taking another game here.
Yeah, you're just seeing more like stronger, more intentional shots from Ice as opposed to what's going on with Dredd. And once again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but the shot disparity, 6 shots to three again, like
Yeah.
so they're living up to what we saw in the stats. They allow a lot of goals, they allow a lot of shots. So yeah, you're just seeing a lot more intentional plays by Ice as opposed to Dread that's kind of hoping that things happen. And beautiful things have happened. That one goal, beautiful goal. But going into this game four, you at least want to get a game, so you don't get swept in this one.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. And we do see them bring Mini Technics back in here for the next game. So looks like Dread is going to be subbing out again as we go into, I believe this will be game 4. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is game four.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So you think Dread's going to be able to do it? I think at this point, really, what they got to do to win is they just got to get physical, man. They just got to get in there and get dirty at this point, because that's really what you got to hope for in these moments. And you can try to get some passing plays. As I did see them, kind of lay some out there early on in game 3, but it kind of felt like that fizzled out. And I think they need to create some space on the field, and then they'll be able to kind of break out of their own half. But right now they're just getting chalked against the backboard, and it's gonna be a rough game 4 if that continues.
Yeah, it will be. And as we enter game four, and let's. Oh, I thought it was going to start off on the other side of the field this game, but no, we're starting off the same way we ended the game. We are starting off on Dre's side of the field with Ice putting pressure on them. Let's see if they. Oh, T Dog, beautiful pass, but nice read by Dynasty. And now I will say they have been allowing a lot of shots, but Dynasty has been making great reads on the balls and even stopping some of those backcourt passes. I believe the game would be a lot worse if he wasn't in certain positions. As we see, Mulligan Soup, another shot by Ferris Kruller, very good save by Mulligan Soup to be in the right position right there. And now, and let's see if we can keep the ball on Ice's side of the court just a little bit longer than 10 seconds. Let's see if they can get some good pressure on that. And kind of a weak shot right there. Dynasty with a pass that's floating up. Let's see if he can have a teammate that's there. And that's one thing I'm noticing too. There isn't really sometimes there isn't a number two that's following behind these passes because that was a pass that kind of popped up. Oh, let's see, we have a shot. Let's see if they get it to fall. No, first one saved. Oh, beautiful, beautiful shot by Dynasty. They're able to get that in there. But yeah, sometimes you're not just seeing a number two come through on this Dread team to kind of capitalize on some of these opportunities that they are having.
Absolutely, again, I think this goes back to what Ice was doing so well in game two was, just keeping the ball close in a lot of these plays, and a beautiful touch there, dropping it down for Mulligan, kind of keep it away from the enemy and try to get a little push out going. Now Technics might have control here, but you see that they're opting for these longer touches, and they're not really having the same rotations to catch up to that speed, but there might be a potential breakout from Ice here. They need to watch it. A nice breakup there from Mulligan. Mulligan being an insane powerhouse and a double tap as well. Trying to get it past Eagle, but Eagle there, able to block it out. A little too slow, wasn't able to get it past. Now Dynasty, there is a double commit. Dynasty goes for the shot, and just a little wide, hits the post and out. Now Ice, a potential breakout, and this could be dangerous. No, Mulligan's not able to get that touch there, and that's so unfortunate there for Dread. Honestly, I think right here, you just need to slow it down a little bit and opt to go for that flick instead. But you know the danger that you're thinking that ball's right there, hitting your top left corner. You're worried. You're worried at that point. You're like, you got to jump for it, and the nerves won there. But it's still 1-1, and they have a chance. But again, aggression from Ice on their side of the field, and they're gonna have to work all the way out of here again.
I think on that goal, Mulligan may have got hurt with a phantom tap. I thought he hit it. It looked like he hit it to me, but yeah. But we have a demo right there, and then Ice is putting more pressure on this ball. I think what Ice is doing a real great job of is just getting to the ball first. It seems like sometimes Dread may be a little bit hesitant, but as I say that, could not get it to fall. The corner hurt him on that one. Almost used some profane language. Want to keep this family friendly, but let's see if Dread, they're trying to push it to their side of the field. Cannot get it done, but it's back over there. Let's see if they can get another tap on it. Nice bump to take him off the ball. And as you say, there goes that physical play of Ice that's been serving them very well in this game. And now let's see if they can get a shot on goal. They did, but very nice save. I will say, it does seem like they're kind of hesitant in the middle of the field. Dread is. Oh, but they was not hesitant right there. Mulligan Soup doing his very best Allen Iverson impression. Broke his car axles with that nice flick. And that was a little bit of a crossover and a whiff type of combination right there. As Dread goes up 2-1 with 2 minutes left in this game. This is a fun one.
That was a fun goal. I mean, that was like Eagle shuts me up. Throws it in right off the kickoff there. Sometimes that's all you need, and that's such a defeating goal as well when you work so hard for the other one. You spend so much time on it, and then 10 seconds later you're getting scored on again to equalize it. That's a rough way to do it. And now starting from square one, at least they don't have to fight their way up an uphill battle. They've got some even ground here, and Technics tries to get it past Eagle. Not able to get greatest touch, but does get a little bit of bump. We're starting to see a little physicality come out of here from Dread, and this could be dangerous. Farrah's not able to get the touch, goes for a maybe potential bump, but get a little physical, and they're getting caught up on the back line. Now Eagle's got to stretch for it, pushing it to the corner now and trying to maybe get another push out. And again, we're on Dread's end here, and it's looking a little too close to their goal line to commit there. There's no one from Ice though, and the potential pass out. 2 misses there. Dynasty, I personally, I do want to say, I think was a great addition to bring in. Ever since they've brought in Dynasty, the shots have gone up here for Dread, in my opinion. and even Mulligan kind of getting a little bit more aggressive. It feels like, but oh, a beautiful stop there from Mini Technics, but
Oh,
Eagle just follows it up, drops one in there, and well, that's gonna be another goal here for Ice.
yeah, as you said, great sub by actually bringing Dredd in, and very nice goal by Eagles right there. But yeah, nice sub by bringing Dredd in, who has increased the shot input, has 4 shots, him or herself. Uh, the
Dynasty.
thing is, yeah, Dynasty. Yeah, the thing is, it's 40 seconds left. We are, this is the very last game. It's going to be tough. We have to see if Dredd can score quick. When Dredd scores, it kind of takes some time to score for them to get it going. And we only have 30 seconds left, so time is not on their side. Even though the ball is, and they have a great opportunity. Let's see if they can get something going. And you would love to have seen a second player come in, but it isn't. But the ball is still on Dre's side. Let's see if they can get the shot to fall. They cannot, and nobody's there to follow up. And Eagle is going to try to push this. Let's see if they can keep it. Oh, we are now on the other side of the field. 6 seconds left, and we got another shot, and that is what you call the nail in the coffin delivered by Ferris Pruitt.
Wow, yeah, and just a little bit of panic ensues there on the comeback after that offensive push there, and I think they were just a little bit worn out and trying to recollect themselves, and I saw their opportunity and took it, and unfortunately that's going to be, like you said, the dagger in the coffin, and the ball drops and Ice wins another, and that's how they do it with this 4-0 sweep.
I will say that was some very good passing by Dredd on that last goal by Ice. Yeah, it was
That's
3-1 fight.
three
Yeah,
one, 3-1, 3-1. Excuse me.
on that last goal, that was some very beautiful passing by Dredd on that last goal for Ice. Two of the Dread players knocked it up for the Ice player to follow through. But yeah, that game pretty much kind of played out the how I thought it was. You saw a lot of shots, a lot of offense, and kind of some flimsy defense on both sides of the field sometimes. But Ice takes the 3-1 lead, which this just helps them in their road to the playoffs.
Definitely, definitely, and I'll definitely be interested to see if they make it. Because with playing the way they did, they had some good chemistry out there on the field, for sure. Definitely some opportunities to that Dread had to break apart, but overall a solid team that they got going together. And there we just saw on the screen that little wizard flick that I'm still amazed by Mulligan. I don't know how like that got past us, but I just couldn't get my mind over that. It was beautiful. Even if it was accidental, it was beautiful.
If there's one takeaway that Dre can take away from this game is hopefully Dynasty gets some more playing time. Dynasty came in and played very well for this team, as you said, increased the offensive output that they were putting out by almost 100%. You went from 2 shots, to with Dynasty themselves having 4,
Right.
in that last game. So hopefully, Dynasty gets some more playing time.
I agree. I agree. Cool. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in and watching the game versus Ice versus Dread. It was an interesting show match for me to jump here right in the middle, but I really do appreciate the amazing production behind that we got with Chips here, killing it, keeping us updated and just making it a smooth transition. And BB comedian man, you broke it down amazing when I came in, so I appreciate you just being an awesome host and carrying it out while I wasn't here.
Oh man, thank you for coming up and Bass for filling in the beginning. I would have hated to have done this by myself. So thank you for showing up and then Bass for showing up. And thank you for the viewers for showing up as well. Next match day is Wednesday. We have I don't know if it's 2 games or one, but the first one will start at 11:30. If we do have a second game, it will start at 11:50. So come out see some more great games. Do not know who's on that 10:50 and 11:30 and show up for shout out to our producer for making all the great corrections that he's had to make for us throughout this. Yeah, so 10:30. I forgot already. I'm not even going to repeat it, but just show up around the same time you were here right now, this today. So yeah, and if you want to join, you like what you saw, you want to be a part of this, join Rocket Soccer Federation Confederation.